Michelle. This is my so-called handmade life. I have a blog by the same name, and that's my name on Instagram. On Ravelry, I am Mamatronic. This is a knitting, crochet, hand making, homemaking, whatever I feel like talking about kind of podcast, where I encourage you to comment or answer my questions in the comments, and it affects where I take it in the next episode or video. Think about your favorite summer tank top or tee, the one you reach for all the time. What is it about it? Is it the style of it? The colors? Is it the fabric, the weight of it? Or is it the fact that it's handmade? Keep that in mind as I talk to you about what I think the perfect knitted tank or tee pattern would be for summer. I'm wearing one right now that I made in the past, and my body has changed since I made this. I'm probably 2 dress sizes larger than I was when I made it. It had a lot of positive ease when I made it, and that's actually kind of how I like my tees in the summer. It might also just be where I am on the trend spectrum. I don't know. I used to wear baby tees back in the 90s, so who knows, maybe I will again one day. But I don't like a fitted tee, and even maybe 2015 when I made this, I really didn't. So you can see I still have plenty of ease in it. I can still wear it. This is the Roxbury Dolman, and it was considered a Dolman top, even though really there isn't much of a dolman to it. I still find it comfortable because it's not constricting in any way. These sleeves do not pull. That's one of my rules. I don't like it when there's a tight cap sleeve. Cap sleeves tend to drive me crazy, and that's because the bottom of them just kind of rubs at the arm here. The same with tank tops that come up a little too high under your arm and they just rub and chafe. I don't like that, and it makes me feel way more hot and sweaty than I am in the summer. I live in a very warm environment, and year-round it's pretty warm. So in the summer it's misery. So this is comfy fingering yarn from Knit Picks in, just a basic stripe. It's a soft cotton, which is great if you want a cozy, like this feels about the weight of a lightweight cotton sweater you would get at a store, say. But it's not quite t-shirt material weight, which is fine if you're going to be in an air-conditioned restaurant or theater or something. But if I'm going to have to stand outside for an hour to wait for a table in that restaurant, I would be really miserable this week in my town wearing this. It's going to be over 100 every single day this week. So I'm wearing a tank top underneath. I would totally be pulling this off if I'm standing around outside. So that's kind of one of my, over the years, I have a few little rules about what I tend to like, and I'm trying to be wise about my pattern choices. I've already talked to you about yarn choices in the past, and I went through an exhaustive list of summer knits that I made, and some of them were ridiculously inappropriate for where I live. So I wanted to talk to you about what I think actually is appropriate for my climate. And of course, everyone is different. I'm actually a cold-natured person, and still I do prefer things I prefer that they be flowy and very lightweight in the summer, because I tend to be in and out of my house a lot all day, and I don't want to be miserable. So you keep in mind why I have those goals, but you also might find some things in here that help you make choices, or maybe some designs you didn't know about. I've seen a lot of summer designs being talked about online, but a lot of them are the ones that are right now and trending. And a lot of the things I want to make are actually older designs. So t-shirts with lots of positive ease. I want them to be flowy. I don't like cap sleeves. I don't like tight sleeves. I do like a drop shoulder. That's great. I like a wide neck with plenty of airflow possibility. I don't want it to be too heavy weight. So I can take this, like I said, it's thicker than, I'm gonna get up close to it. It's thicker than a t-shirt, but it's not miserable. I can't go thicker than this and be comfortable outdoors. I've learned that I just can't when it's like 100 degrees. So what are some things I would wear? I like straight fit tees. I know that A-line shapes are really flattering. A lot of people like that. It accentuates their own hourglass figure. I'm a straight kind of person. I don't have like an hourglass, but whether I do or don't, a lot of people, it gives that appearance and it's very flowy. I get it. I just personally like a more straight fitted. If it's going to be A-line, I wouldn't mind it being something like the pineapple top, where it starts like, I feel like I have a thorn. I'm sorry. My dog got into stickers, little briar stickers, and I've been finding those little stickers I picked out of him. I've been finding them all over me, all over the house. Poor little guy. He's okay. We found it really fast, but as I tried to pull them off and fling them, I flung them to my shoes and everywhere else. So anyway, the pineapple top, that has an A-line shape, but it starts like right under this. There's this really cool looking intricate yoke or neckline, and then you've got your A-line. So I don't know. I think that shape's really cute. It's probably just a style thing and the phase I'm in, but I tend to like straight shapes like this, or things that flow with almost like more of an empire waist, or like an A-line from the neck down. So the pineapple top is definitely one I wouldn't mind making for summer in a appropriate summer weight yarn. I know as far as traditional tees go, this is pretty traditional. Isabell Kraemer has several. She has, I think I showed you in my other video, I made a hint of summer, but I did it in wool. But oh my goodness, I want to make one in this very yarn right here. In odd, random stripes, kind of like the one I made for winter, but in very bright sorbet-like colors, mostly white for summer. I want to do that. She also has Dingley Dell and On the Beach. Both of those are, they would work great with a linen blend or cotton fingering weight yarn. Something like Lindy Chain could work really well. This is a cotton linen blend. It would work really well in one of those types. And they are a traditional t-shirt style that I feel you can go kind of smaller, very more fitted, or you can go oversized and it can have a boyfriend look. I'm fine with both. Lina has a tee out, Adventitious, I think is what it's called. And it's got some pretty details, but it is just classic tee shape. That's one that wasn't made with, the sample, of course, is not made in a summer weight yarn, but I would substitute that for it. Another thing I like about, if I'm not going to do stripes that look like a classic tee, when it comes to t-shirts, the classic tee, if it's not going to have stripes, I do like for it to have some interesting detail. And Rachel Ilsley's Nomad really fits the bill. That deep V and all of the color work. Now that would make that pattern a little heavier, but I can see wanting to do it in a summer weight yarn and probably wearing it well into fall. It would extend past summer when I would wear it. And if I made it with enough ease, I think I could be comfortable as long as I wasn't going to be outdoors a bunch in it. I'm just being real about the summer heat. I just don't really like sweating up my knitwear. I found that as far as flowy types of summer sweaters, Yumiko Alexander is like the queen of these types of sweaters. I mean, I could just turn my iPad around at every single one of her designs. I'm going to just flash a few up here for you. Stratum is one I would love to make. Now these will require something underneath. And that's another thing. If I'm already going to be wearing something that's pretty heavy, for me, this feels pretty heavy for summer outdoors, I am not going to want to wear a layer underneath it. So that's something you have to balance. But if I'm wearing something airy with a fingering weight, linen blend, lace something over it, it would be no big deal. So Stratum is just like that. It's very airy and see-through, and has some interesting eyelet type details across the front that create basically textural stripes. Another one of her Low Tide. I love that. Interesting placement in her lace work. Woven Shadows, same thing. Neat, unexpected placement of lace. It's a sheer, see-through, lightweight fabric. One that I really do feel I need to make is her Pinnacle. I feel like that top has really great graphic lines. It's lightweight, and I feel like it could be really dressed up, or it can be super casual with, you know, shorts, jeans, whatever. I think it's a really nice design, but everything she has, I would wear. Every one of these. And then Harmony. Harmony to me is, it's crochet. So that could be like maybe my first crochet top. I don't know. It looks like it's a bit complicated, but it also is something made with positive ease. And that's the kind of summer crochet top I'm not afraid to try. I love the lines on it. Oh, it's very graphic, all of her designs. And then Shayna is just classic. It's just a classic, lots of positive ease. One of those fits kind of like, remember the boxy, how the sleeves kind of start way down here. It fits like that. And it has some textural details at the shoulders and neckline. Interesting is definitely her hallmark here. So there's one more that I think is so unique, is Breezy V. I don't know, it has a tartan look to it or a patchwork look to it. It's super lightweight, and I can just totally see where using my Lindy chain for that and enjoying it. I think for this, you marl. So it would probably do better with lace weight. So I don't know if something like, I've never used Knit Picks Curio, but I actually had some to try holding strands together to make something ombre. Something like that might be fun to try. I don't know how well Curio works for garments, so I can't say, but her designs to me are perfect summer tees. Similar to that is one I wanted to talk to you about, Mountain Bird by Jennifer Stadter. I've mentioned Mountain Bird before. It's really a pretty lace pattern. It's interesting. It's sheer, so you wear it over a tee or a tank top, but I just feel like it's so lightweight. It would work so well with lace or something like this Lindy chain that it would feel like I wasn't wearing anything. And that's how I felt about some things I have with Lindy chain. It's the closest feeling to not wearing a summer sweater as I can get. So that's probably my favorite summer tank and tee fabric. It's not the only thing I'm ever going to make, but it's probably my favorite. So I just wanted to mention Dando Designs, that's Yumiko Alexander. What about Cherry by Knitting for Breakfast? That pattern's been out for a while now, probably 3 years. Cherry is just a really cute lace top to wear over something that I feel like kind of meets some of my standards because it has longer sleeves, so it's not the little cap sleeve. I just don't like the way they fit, like under the arm. It's got a longer sleeve, a lot of positive ease, and even though it calls for DK weight, I think I could eke it out in a sport weight yarn, and because it's airy, I could tolerate it on my body. I might not want to stand outside for hours wearing it, but it would be similar to this. Everyday Attitude by Suzanne Sommer is a striped tee. So classic tee, again, straight fit. It can be cropped or not, and you can really make whatever size you want, because I think this is the kind of tee, sort of like Dingley Dell or On the Beach, where you can play with the sizes. I really think that Everyday Attitude could be adaptable. So if you're someone like me and you don't want too much garment touching your body in the heat, I would make this with some positive ease. And it is lightweight. It calls for light fingering. Of course, the yarn here, it was linen flax. So yeah, that would be a really comfortable knit to wear. Irene Lin has some really great summer designs. However, a lot of the ones I like the most, I think I wouldn't be super comfortable in the summer. I say I like tank tops, I say I like vests, but I like for them to be airy. And I actually think, like, for instance, her Blair vest, I love that vest, but there's a lot to it. I would probably prefer it for fall and winter, worn just as she has it styled on her Ravelry page. But her Breeze sleeveless airy top, that could be worn definitely in the summer. I think that would be really comfortable. Again, I just like for airflow. The Faye summer top is really beautiful. It looks to me like it would be a little warm with cabling and all, but I don't know, it would be worth it to wear to a specific place. Like, I wouldn't go work in the garden wearing it. It's kind of a nice top. It's really pretty, and so is her floor top. The one I was thinking of, though, is Ola. I would really like to make her Ola top. If you look at that design, it's really got everything I talked about, as long as there's plenty of space at the armhole there. It's got lace work to vent. It's oversized so that you have plenty of positive ease. Nothing's clinging to your body when you're warm. I really think it's the details at the shoulders and at the hem give it kind of a dressy look, but it could work with shorts. As far as vests go, Irene's Rota vest is one that I can see taking a chance on making that and being comfortable in it. It's worsted. I would probably use DK, and it's airy enough that I think I would want to try it. It's really cute, and it's cropped, so we're not talking too much weight on your body. I don't know, maybe I never learn. I think, though, it's a really cute top. I'm talking like I spend all of my time outdoors digging in the dirt. I don't, but a lot of my time outdoors is just doing things in the heat and in and out from the heat, walking somewhere. Oh, and then we're in a restaurant, and then we're walking again. This Summer Blossom tee is just really delicate and beautiful. I wouldn't wear it just anywhere. I wouldn't wear it to just go, sweat on the beach. Another tank that a lot of people are probably mentioning is the Ingrid top. It's similar to the one I just mentioned by Irene Lin. It's a nice, lightweight sport. I could probably get away with fingering weight, and it's just a really classic design. I do like that crew neck top to it. I just think it's a little refreshing. It's different after so many low cut, barely there tanks. It's kind of a neat element. Another style that's got a higher neck like that is the Into the Wild tank by Alexandra Tavel, and I want to make that. I have Kobu yarn for that, and Kobu is DK or sport. It's bamboo, and it has a similar feel to what I'm wearing right now. The fact that it's sleeveless would probably help me manage in the heat. A really popular crochet top from a few years ago is Erin Kate Archer's Cancun Boxy Lace Top. I think it's free on Ravelry, and that pattern has like thousands of finished projects, and I have had friends who made it. I really love that top. That's probably needs to be my first crochet top. It is just super summery looking, airy, the kind of thing you would feel comfortable wearing over a tank top. It wouldn't feel too heavy. So basically, kind of like I established in my video about the right summer yarn for your summer knits and crochet items, I can handle sport or DK. I mean, I guess I could handle worsted if I really wanted to try a design, but they need to be in a more open weave, airy top. As far as crop tops, bralettes, halter tops, they're all so cute. I've made 4. I just don't wear them. They are not supportive enough for me. I'm not even a very curvy gal. I like to feel like I can take off running if I want and be comfortable. They're not supportive enough for me. And they look kind of dumb over a sports bra or something. I do if I wear, there's certain like under bralettes I could wear within a knitted bralette on top, but then it starts feeling really hot. And at that point, I'm wearing 2 layers. What's the point? I just wear the thing underneath and not put anything on top. I guess I'm not that into just being cute. I'm more into ease of movement, comfort, practicality. So those are my sort of my unofficial rules for the perfect summer tee and tank. You have flowy, lightweight, or else medium weight with an open, airy weave to it. Large enough armholes that nothing rubs or gets tight or too sweaty. So there you have it. That's what makes the perfect tee or tank top for me right now. Those are the shapes that I like the most, and pretty much I'll probably try anything if I want to wear the pattern or want to feel myself making it, want the experience. I will probably wear anything, but I've pretty much found my favorite summer fabric to be made by Lindy Chain by Knit Picks. But if you want to look at my video I just made on all my knits of summers past and the yarns I use, the wildly inappropriate to the very, very practical, I talk more about the different yarns I've used and talk, not too technical, but just my off-the-cuff review on using them. This is the one I'm using right now. I'm using it in a turmeric colorway. And these are for another thing I'm going to knit. So now I've talked about my idea of perfect summer knits, some of the things that are on my radar. In my next actual episode, I'm going to talk about the ones I'm actually making, like making at the moment, or they're right there on the queue. They're going to happen this year. Before the summer's over, they will all be started, my actual summer knits. So I hope you have a really good week. Bye. Oh, and leave in the comments, whether you crochet or knit, what are your specs for the perfect summer tank or top pattern? And do you have any suggestions, pattern suggestions? Maybe some designers I haven't heard of. I would really appreciate that. Thank you.